Hello, and thank you so much for dropping by this video. My name is Arthur. My spiritual name is Truth. And this is going to be a little talk on the teachings of Bruno Groening. If you're new to me, I just posted a link to the website that tells a little more about him, and there's a link below that can lead you to more information. So, one fascinating thing that Bruno Groening taught was that the good will prevail. Now that's a very strong statement. The good will prevail. I'm going to read a few quotes of his and then share what he said. Good, the divine, will prevail in the long run. There's a saying that says it well. God's mill grinds slowly but surely. Naturally, it is a long battle, for the great turnaround is accompanied by a great adjustment of humanity and will tear it away from the power of bad habit, the rule of intellect, and from self-conceit and all satanic qualities. Only in this way can salvation take place. So, actually, I'm going to read a second one. Let us believe deep within our hearts that the final victory of good over evil will come about on this earth, regardless of the form in which Satan wants to rear himself up in all his cruelty. So, so Bruno Groening offered us a vision of every problem on this planet being removed, of paradise restored, of uh, every, you know, as I introspect, meaning look at myself, look at my thoughts, my feelings, my behaviors, what I see is I have some bad habits, as we all do. Bruno Groening pointed this out and called people to reflect on their behaviors, their words, their thoughts, even. And getting rid of bad habits is not an easy thing. And one little bad habit can, of course, have uh, deep repercussions. And Bruno Groening is offering a vision in which all of those negative things we find inside of ourselves. We all have resentments and fears. We all maybe indulge in things that aren't healthy. I don't mean that from a moralistic. I just mean we indulge in behaviors and activities that aren't necessarily healthy or good for us, and where we don't feel good afterwards, and then we do it again the next day. And given enough time, Bruno Groening points out that all those things will be removed, healed, so forth and so on. So it's a profound vision of um, of what's to come, and he points out that it's going to be a bit of a process, and not always going to be a comfortable process. And yet, he asks us, encourages us to maintain faith through it all. That no matter how crazy things get, on the outside world, much less on the inside, to maintain faith that the good will prevail. So thank you so much for dropping by. To anyone who's new, please, and these ideas resonate or speak, please do check out my website, which gives a little more information about Bruno Groening. And uh, and I invite and encourage people to drop into what I consider to be the ultimate expression of faith. And that word faith has so many connotations, many of them negative, such as faith in a dogma, but to hold on to faith that this is true, that goodness will prevail. And actually, I'll leave us with one more quote of Bruno's. Good is not to be dogmatically recognized in an outward form. This but is to be recognized in the spirit of love, unity, and trust. So please don't believe these ideas because I said them, or because Bruno, more importantly, because Bruno Groening said them, but because something deep within you says, yes, this is true. And then to hold on to that truth. Because let's face it, 2021, at the making of this video, there's all sorts of reasons to not, there seems to be all sorts of reasons to not believe that goodness will prevail. And yet, if the divine, if God is all good, and if God's desire, and God is also a loaded word, I think of God as love and life and goodness. And if goodness wants everyone and everything to be happy, then the good prevailing is inevitable. Not if, but when. Once again, please don't just believe these things. Go deep within yourself and really inquire and see if from the deepest part of you, your soul, your being, the place where God lives inside of you, says yes to this beautiful vision of an inevitable ending of all suffering, of all problems. Thank you so much for joining in. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day.